For 5 years, no one touched me. No one. Not my wife, not my daughter, not my friends. No one touched me. Oh, they saw me. And from a distance, they even spoke to me. But no one touched me. What's common to you, I coveted. A warm embrace, a handshake, a tap on the shoulder to get my attention, a kiss on my lips to steal my heart. All that was taken from me, and for 5 years no one touched me. You see, I'm a leper. It all happened one year during the harvest season. My grip on the handle of the shovel was weak. One of my hands had become numb, first one finger, then another. By the end of the harvest season, I could feel nothing at all. The hand on the handle of the shovel might as well have belonged to someone else. One day, after a long, hard day of work, I came in and dipped my hands into a basin of cool water to wash my face, and the water reddened. "It's on your clothes as well," my wife said. Before turning to look at her, I looked down at the crimson stains on my robe, and I stared at that basin of water for the longest time. I knew that something had happened and that my life was forever changed. "Shall I go with you to the priest?" she asked. "No, I'll go by myself." Turning to look at her, I saw our 3-year-old daughter standing next to her. I knelt and looked into her eyes. I didn't say anything. What could I say? Standing again, I looked into my wife's moist eyes, and she touched my shoulder. With my good hand, I touched hers. It'd be our final touch. Now, standing in front of the priest with my hand wrapped in a rag, he said one word: "Unclean." With that pronouncement, I lost my family, my farm, my future. My wife met me at the city gates, and she had a bag of clothes and a few coins and some bread. By now, my friends had gathered around her, and when they saw me, the look in their faces was something that I'd seen 1,000,000 times since. It was a look of disgust and fear. And she stepped towards me. I was the last one to step towards me, and for 5 years, no one touched me. Many nights I would look up at the sky and I'd go, "Why me?" Only to hear silence. A few weeks ago, I walked down to the street that led into our town. Heaven knows I wasn't going to go in there. I just wanted to see our farm and our house and perchance my wife. I didn't see her, but I saw a bunch of kids playing in the pasture. And they were laughing and enjoying, and the laughter in their voices just exhilarated me. I stepped out from behind a tree and I took in a deep breath of their laughter. And they saw me. They all ran for cover and they screamed. One of them, however, stayed behind and she looked my direction. I don't know, maybe it was my daughter, and she was looking for her father. The courage that I had that day is what gave me the courage to do what I did today. I know it was risky. I know I was taking a chance, but he calls himself the Son of God. And he's either going to listen to my demands and kill me, or he's going to heal me. That was my two requests. Well, I'm a farmer. I'm not a poet. So I don't have the words to say to describe what I saw. But a Judean sunrise is something to behold. It takes the heat from the day before away and the pain from days gone past, and it takes it away. When I saw him, I saw a Judean sunrise. Lord, I asked as I knelt, if you are willing, you can make me clean. Now, if he had healed me with a word, I would have been happy. If he would have cured me with a prayer, I would have rejoiced. But he wanted to do more than that. He wanted to honor me. He wanted to validate me. He wanted to christen me. And so you know what he did? He touched me. And he said, I am willing, be clean. His touch was as tender as his voice. And he held my hand in his hands and he said, don't tell anyone about this, but go and show yourself to the priest and offer for yourself the gift that Moses commanded for those who are made well. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the priest and I'm going to embrace him. I'm going to go to my wife and I'm going to embrace her. I'm going to pick up my daughter and I'm going to embrace her. And I will never forget the one who dared to touch me. Imagine that. Unworthy of the touch of man, but worthy of the touch of God. Jesus touched the untouchables in his day. Shouldn't we do the same?